Unquestionably content after the magical football displayed by his team on the opening Sunday night against a very positive Palermo, Luciano Spalletti remained well grounded after the match and didn't want to get ahead of himself. Roma were imperious in their 2-0 win in Sicily, demonstrating real class with moments of genuine footballing beauty. But the coach avoided any discussions that his side were capable of winning Serie A, saying only that for the moment they were amongst the top 4 teams, and that compared to the team that won the league under the guidance of Fabio Capello, this side based itself more on a collective game. It was a tough start to the campaign for Roma, who were understandably a little bitter when the fixtures were released, seeing that they had to travel to a tough stadium like the Barbera to face a side who were capable of playing very good football. They passed with flying colours, and now, with the opening weekend over, it promises to be a real feast of football over the next few months. Not the start they were looking for. This is the general feeling surrounding the Inter camp on the Monday after their 1-1 draw at home to Udinese, and it appears to be a difficult period for the Nerazzurri, who have other problems to think about other than the fact that they're currently behind Juve, Milan and Roma after the opening day of the season. Mancini, Inter's coach, was disappointed with the fact that his side could not close out the game with the opportunities created during the match, Cruz being the main culprit during this game, and also with the dismissal of his keeper after a bad error of judgment that in the end cost Inter the game. Then there's the problem with the injuries. Inter have already lost Materazzi and Vieira for the start of the season. Now they also risk losing Suazo, who has serious back pains after the match on Sunday. And that is without mentioning the case surrounding Adriano, who according to reports has refused to accept a loan deal to Parma, creating further embarrassment. On a positive note, Ibrahimovic showed touches of class and vision, cementing his position as the number 1 in the side. Once again, he is the man. Milan's opening fixture of the season was expected to be a stumbling block, but thanks to one man in particular, they eased past their opponents Genoa, showing them what it takes to compete in Serie A. We are of course referring to the Brazilian superstar Kakà, who scored 2 of the 3 goals at the Luigi Ferrari Stadium. After a long holiday over the summer, apparently he was relaxing for over a month after 2 years without stoppages, the 25-year-old returned to the big stage of the Serie A and instantly left his mark, having never previously scored in the opening game of the season. It's a confirmation that the player is passing a real golden moment in his career, scoring more than ever. What started in the Champions League last season, where his 10 goals took him to top scorer in the competition and also took Milan to victory, may now continue in the league also. Already people are claiming that he could challenge for the title of top scorer for the season and become what Lampard is for Chelsea, an attacking midfielder with a real flair for goal to rival any forward. Now the only thing left for him to do is to wrap up the renewal of his contract. In his last Serie A game, he announced he was quitting Juve. Then he was convinced to stay at the club during their year in hell in Serie B, and then at the end of the season, after winning promotion with the side, again showed signs that he'd be quitting the grand old lady. Now, just over a year later, he marked his comeback on Saturday evening with a hat-trick in their 5-1 win over Livorno. The fans are thanking their lucky stars he decided to stay, as there are few strikers out there more prolific than Trezegol. The Frenchman declared after the match that he felt in very good shape after pre-season and that the return in Serie A was certainly an added motivation to do better. No foreigner has scored as much as he in a black and white shirt, and this was his 5th hat-trick for the club. The omens are good for Juventus.